Hey guys, welcome back again. You're seeing here. Let's jump in and see what's happening out there. We're looking at the Dow Jones 30. I looked at them right before I started recording this video. It's the sentiment out there. It's like half right now. We had a follow through day, but we still like 50%, and that means I'm bullish or bearish, but I'm still leaning toward more bullish than bearish. What I want to see, actually, we have a gap here in the Dow Jones 30. We can fill it. If it's strong, it won't even bother filling it up, and then it will go right back up here and challenge just highs in here, right in here. So, and whenever you guys like have like a confliction or diversions on the price actions on indexes, and this will like the down, you're looking at the Dow Jones and it's telling you this, and you look at the Nasdaq and it's telling you this. I mean, look at the big chips. We're talking about FANG stocks, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Apple. Look at those big chips and you try to get another trying to interpret what this price action is telling you. So you look at so when we're looking at the Dow Jones right now, the price action, it's 50-50. Like we don't want to see the price dropping below here, filling up that gap and coming down and start playing right down here. See, I don't want to see that. That's will be more bearish to me as long as we start trading in this lower range in here. I want to see it. If I want to see it bounce back from here, if it's really strong, you won't even, like I said, you won't even bother filling up that gap. That's strength, and then challenges these highs in here, and then from there you go and you start looking all the indexes. Are they weak? Are they strong? The Dow Jones 20, it's showing me more strength before. Like I said, last 3 weeks, I said the Dow Jones 20 transport. It's a canary in a coal mine. It's showing more strength comparing to Nasdaq and S&P and then the Dow Jones 30. So if I put it on weekly, last time I said back in this week right in here, I said we're a little bit extended. We put a like a doji, and then we want to reverse down. Usually once we start cracking down the low of that candle, you will see a follow through reversal, but we didn't see that. What we did see is in these 2 week ranges, we kind of held that 8 exponential moving average, which is almost a 50, sometimes almost a 50, and then we just going sideways. We're still building energy right in here. Usually when you're going sideways, you're just building energy for another move higher. So now we have an idea on what the Dow Jones 20 is saying. So is it positive? Is it more? What is it negative? For me, that's a positive sign. Going back to the Dow Jones, it's 50-50. It's bouncing, digesting almost on that. It's a battle between the bears and the bulls right on that 50. We know what we want to see. We want to see it going and then challenging these highs in here. What kind of level is that? I would say it's 28,300 or 500, give or take. We start cracking there. That's a more positive. We just don't want to see it cracking down, filling the gap, and coming down to this lower half. We don't want to see that. So jumping back again to the Nasdaq, almost the same thing. More, little bit bullish than more positive than, if you want to call it that way, positive than negative. For me, if it was more negative, it will still be trading down here, and then it will crack down here. So, but it's not doing that actually. We just don't want to predict anything. We just want to interpret what we have in front of us, and then go from there. So what did the Nasdaq did? So it actually jumped back to this previous range, showing more strength, having a follow day through right in here that day, and then we just had a bad day on a plus this past Friday. So we just still digesting, going sideways. So we know what the Nasdaq should do and should not do. So is it at the end of the day, is it sending a good message, a positive or negative message? So I'm leaning more toward positive than negative. S&P, almost the same thing. We have a gap. We don't want it to fill up and start trading down. And the last one is IWM. I'm sensing more bullishness than bearishness. Looking at it on the weekly, we're going to be challenging that. That's going to be the next resistance high, like 163, give or take. We're above all moving averages on the weekly, which is a good sign. We cracked and closed right above, barely right above the 50. Another good sign though. We came back here. We broke this low first of all down here, and then second low down here. We came back to fill this gap right in here, and then we bounced right back. So again, if you were gonna expect any lower prices, you're gonna see the price actions playing right here, down here. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have another range that's gonna be a support. We broke it, but actually we did broke out of that range, and we start going up higher to the upward direction. So that's a positive sign. So that's the translation of the price action. All indexes, so more positive than negative as far as what we're seeing right now. Another thing, I don't know if I mentioned it before, when you get a conflict or divergence on the prices and you're not really sure what you're translating, what the market is trying to tell you, what I usually do, I look at the FANG stock and I see what message am I getting from them. Like, are they positive or are they negative? We're gonna go back and jump right now to the FANG stocks and see what kind of message are we getting from them. Microsoft, most of them are trading into a range. Just to sum it up, and I don't want to keep repeating myself over and over again, trading into a range, but they're not cracking down. You know, you're not seeing a red bars, and you're not seeing any pivot point that it's getting violated with such a great volume. We're just looking at as of right now, we're just seeing stocks that are moving into a range. You know, they moved higher, we had a correction, moving sideways, nothing else as of right now. We don't want to play any prediction game. Actually, that's bad. I used to do that when I just started trading. I'm like, hey, what about this? No, we just want to translate what we're looking at right now. So Microsoft, Apple, even though they are some of them are cracked below the 50, because they are in digestion mode. Catch the 50 and the 21, all of them are going to catch up, and then you're going to see that up and down movement. So upswings, up and down. So that's going to be, next one is Facebook. Same thing here. Sideways action. We want to see it challenge these highs in here and go up. We don't want to see it trading below here. So that's the thing. The only ones that I've seen actually really acting way better, which I'm getting a positive feedback, are actually two stocks. Alibaba. When you see volumes like that right in here in the bottom last Wednesday, look at that average volume. Average volume is 11 million. We got almost 25 million. What does that tell you? What kind of message are you getting from that? Is that positive or negative? Of course it's positive. So they're not cracking down. They're not violating that 50. So that's my point. When every time you have a conflict, getting a good clear image from the indexes, go back and watch the FANG stock. Look at some of the growth stocks that have been performing a lot better, like Datadog that we're going to be watching soon in a bit. So Alibaba, good volume, challenging all-time high, good price action so far, really acting a lot better. So I got Alibaba and I got Square. Square is changing again, all-time high, acting way better than Google, Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft, way better. One I didn't mention was PayPal. Same thing, as far as same as Facebook, same as Google. Google is the weakest. All right, guys. So overall, I'm sensing a good positive sign as of today, which is Sunday. Other than that, if things gonna change. Things can change quickly. Some stocks that I wanna talk about. Let's see. Another one that I'm watching right now. I just want to give you guys a heads up and give you guys an idea of what I'm watching. AVLR. It's setting up on a downtrend movement. So you want to see start cracking down of this resistance up here. So we want to wait. We want to see what's going to happen. AVLR. Another one I'm watching is car. It's in the building industry. I want to see a crackdown of this, some good volume coming up in here. What is that price? $31. I mean 31. Yes. So give or take, yeah, I'll start 31. What's the high up here? 31.56. Yeah, 31.60, 70. It will be actionable. Stock really did good. It was from almost below $13 all the way to, it doubled already. So that's something you maybe want to be watching. CrowdStrike. I'm actually holding this stock right now. I'm in it for disclosure. What got me into it is the stock really when it had this run up, and then we had a correction in the market starting on the 3rd. This one started the 2nd. It never actually cracked down and closed below the 21. So that kind of raised my eyebrow. I'm like, whoa, okay, so something's going on over here. And then after that, I was watching this range right here, and then I jumped in right there, and then I got out here, and I got out here actually, and I came right back. So I jumped on it, starting to close below that big old green candle in 125. That would be a negative for me, and actually that's like almost like a stop loss right there for me. As of right now, it's acting way better, nothing wrong with it, and it's, what do you see here? You see a flag, and we're just going sideways. Okay, so CrowdStrike, really good one. AVTR, another one. You want to see it breaking down, at least closing that 23 range. It did that back here that day, but it was kind of weak. So yeah, that's another one I'm watching. Another really strong stock. It's I think this is like an energy drink stock. It really powerful. Once I start seeing it break out and close above that 2440 range, that will give me a good sign. I already started getting some good positive sentiment from it, since it did broke in here. If I break it down on the hourly, what I saw the other day, this is like really huge run up, and it really puked right after that. And you can notice that this point in here acted as resistance right in here at least twice. Let's look at it on 4 hours. I like to look at them on the 4 hours and 1 hour to really get some good action on them. Really good to see what's happening out there. Like I said, started breaking down. First of all, it was this up here. This was the resistance, and it kind of broke it, and it flashed right back. Now we're coming back to those levels, which is a good sign. But I want to wait and see if it's going to close at least above that level, second level here. Really good stock, really powerful move. Look how much it moved. It went from $5 all the way to 20, almost 20, yeah, $26. That's huge. And barely, another thing you want to watch, it is barely give up anything. That's another thing you want to always watch when you analyze stocks. Are they, how bad that correction was it? Was it a lot or just barely anything? Yeah, same thing for Fiverr. If you look at Fiverr, you look at them on the weekly, man, that's a huge monster stocks, man. Look at that. It didn't give anything back. The sellers, they don't even exist. They don't want to give anything back. Like almost, not almost, is every single time when stock wants to correct, it does go sideways. It doesn't even go down. Another thing did catch my eyes, and it does catch your eyes too, is look at that 21, man. Barely right in that day, 60-30. We kind of cracked below it, but at the end of the day, we closed above it that day. Other than that, it didn't close until here, but still, like, it was like holding up. that should give you not a red flag, but a blue flag, a good flag. I thought it was gonna fail in here, to be honest with you, here, but it didn't. It came back, so that was a good price risk reward entry point in here. I'm not in it, but it's a little bit late. I think it was a good entry. Will be right here on the weekly. What was that? That's 135. Now it's 153. Yeah, I don't like to chase them. So yeah, stock that actually gives barely anything. Those are the one you want to watch. Fiverr, LVGO. Look at that. And that's the one. Another one that I'm watching right now. Barely anything. Like I said before, I got into it right in here, but I didn't follow it. I don't usually don't hold through earnings, but I'm watching it right now. Once it start cracking and closing that 144 level, right in that blue, orange line. Looking at it on the weekly, barely anything, man. Yeah, that should get your attention, man. If it doesn't, what else is gonna get your attention? Always watch that 21, man. Those are really good stocks that really hold the 21 and then the 50. Sideways action, like I said, breaking below. Breaking and closing below that 144 should really be good. I thought when I saw it, I saw this red candle here, and I thought we are in a stalling phase. I thought we were gonna crack down, and then I saw I said if we have to challenge the high of that candle, and actually we put a reversal candle, and it did confirm it closing that day. And then I said oops, and I was waiting for it to crack down to 50, but actually it didn't. It proved me wrong. So my analysis in here were correct. Big red candle was said we have to challenge the red. The red. I'm sorry. We have to challenge the high of that red candle, breakdown candle. We put a reversal. We close below it. So I got some components that this one wants to reverse down. I got a big red candle bar right on that reversal candle. So that kind of, like I said, I was iffy on it, and we start cracking down on the 21. I said this is gonna come down, and this wants to correct. And after that, I just did not close. It did refuse to close below the 50. What's that mean? It just means it wants to push higher. And then right now, when I looked at it on the weekly, man, it just sideways action. Yeah, 144 level. That's what I'm watching. Next one. DOCU. I think I mentioned this before, and I tweeted about it. This flag in here, that red big green candle, and from there we went sideways. I'm on it right now. Just as a disclosure, I want to see it start going up higher. This one of the ones that did not give much back. Look at it on a weekly, man. That remind you of something I just talked about? Yeah, sideways. We went from the previous. This is actually the previous initial breakout, 56, and then we broke out on the 2nd February, and then we had barely a correction when market collapsed in here. Barely, corrected. That's another sign you want to be looking at when you have corrections in the bear market. You want to see stock that did not correct as bad as the market, or just going sideways. And then from there, man, it just from 100 to 200, it doubled. And guess what? It didn't give anything back. So that's something you want to be watching. Okay. Deva said I was on this one, and I tweeted about it. I was a little bit late, but I jumped on it right in. I don't remember which day was it in here. I tweeted about it right before it broke the 60. I said, you want to watch this before it broke out, and from there it just went up. Another one that we talked about, AVTR. I think we did. AVTR. I want to see it close above 23. What else? AVLR, AVTR, MTH. A little bit kind of late on this one. PKAI. This actually gives a good risk to reward ratio. We had a breakout on the weekly, close on the weekly. We have volume. What else do you want? You just watch for the earnings coming up. Okay. JD, I'm watching. It's not giving me any edge right now. It's it's working on almost looking like a cup. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna wait for it to give me more sign or patterns or whatever. Another one I was on it and I got out in OMD. We had a breakout on this day, and I started selling some of it once it started closing below the 8. So I was out. And what I'm watching now is that the stock is claiming back all its moving averages. Looking at it on the weekly, it's just looking at it, flag up. Now we're claiming back 69. We even closed above the high of that red candle. So another one. What else? Squared spot. Yeah, so those are the ones actually I'm watching right now. And might have anything. What else? TTGT, another stock. I own this stock on a breakout, acting well so far. Another one, and the last one I want to mention, GNRC. I bought this one as well on the close of Friday. Looking at it on the weekly, beautiful. We got a run, and we had a flag, and then we had a breakout. Okay, so I hope this list helped you guys. I hope the video was helpful. You find some value on it. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if this is your first time watching me. Help me grow the channel. And if you guys have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. If you have any stock that you want me to include next time I make a video, you can always follow me on Twitter and put a comment on there. And then take care. See you then. Bye bye.